Hi there BookTube, it's Eleanor here, and today I'm going to be talking about my TBR for the biannual Bibliothon. This winter biannual Bibliothon is taking place between the 20th and the 26th, I believe, of January. If I've got that wrong, I'll put it down the bottom, but I think it's the 20th to the 26th or the 20th to the 27th. And I'm really excited about taking part and the reading challenges. This will hit off one of my stations on my Bookopoly board, which means I'll be putting at least £2 into my pot at the end. £2 for taking part in the readathon, but if I manage to complete the challenges there will be an additional £5 going in the pot, so I'm really looking forward to pushing myself with this. And also some of the books that I read will also be able to cover squares on my Bookopoly board, so I will wrap up those at the end of the month anyway and let you know how I've got on. But for now, let me just tell you my TBR for the reading challenges. So the group book for this is Otherworld by Jason Segel and Kirsten Miller. I was just very lucky that I already had this on my shelf, and so I wanted to read it anyway, so I will be picking up the group book. So the back of this one says there are no screens, there are no controls, you don't see and hear it, you taste, smell and touch it too. This is a new reality, there are no rules to follow, no laws to break. You can live your best life, indulge your every desire. The company welcomes you to Otherworld. Are you ready to play? Yes, please. I will read this and let you know how I get on. Next up is a book that I should really get a slap on the wrist for not having read before, because it came out ages ago, and it's to read a sequel. This is a proof copy, so I really should have read it, and it's Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir. This book, as I say, came out quite a long time ago and I really need to read it. I loved Ember in the Ashes, so I'm really looking forward to this one, and I need to get stuck in before I forget what is happening, so I'll let you know how I get on with this one. Next up is a book you've never heard of before, and with this I'm going to go with a book that my mother-in-law met the author at an event, and the author told her about her books, and so she thought I might like them, so she sent me her trilogy, and I would really like to start the year by reading the first one, and that is Legacy of the Mind by H.R. Moore. This is a fantasy story. I'm really excited to get stuck in. I think it's going to be one of those books that's full of political intrigue. It's one that I hadn't heard of before, so this is going to be my pick for that. My book, which fits the category of mental illness, is Being Miss Nobody by Tasmin Winter. This is the story of a girl who is mute. She's finding it hard. She's in a new school, I believe, and a new secondary school. People are picking on her. It's very easy to pick on someone that can't talk back, and so she starts a blog, and I'm sure this is going to be a really interesting look at what it is to be mute. My next book is a book under 200 pages, and for that I've picked up this proof copy of The Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo. This was a sort of sample proof that was sent out, which contains 3, I think, of the 6 stories that are in the complete book, and it's a portion of it. I would like to read it. It's the only book I really own under 200 pages, so I'm going to be picking up this and reading the short stories. For my backlist title, I'm going to be reading a portion of a book that I won't be completing over the week because it's huge and I'm reading it as part of a big group read. But I will be reading my portion of Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry. We're starting this on the 1st of January, so we would have started this by the time you see this, but I want to read my portion for the week and include that as my backlist title, because otherwise I'm just not going to get it read. There is also a challenge in here to pick a book that was mentioned in a book or movie. So I think the example that was given was that maybe sometimes at the beginning of chapters you get quotes from other books. So say you were reading a book and the quote that you saw was from Pride and Prejudice, you could read Pride and Prejudice because it's mentioned in that book or movie, or a book that is referenced in some way in a film. And this one's going to take a little bit of thought, but I haven't had a chance to look, and I'm not sure I'm going to get to that one, so I'm leaving it for the moment. But when I wrap up these books and let you know how I've done in the week, if I manage to read one or find one, I will let you know. So that's my TBR for the week. It's quite a big one, it's quite challenging, but you know, what way to start and get kicking into January than to set yourself a really difficult challenge. Yeah. Anyway, are you doing this? Let me know what your TBRs are, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye for now, BookTube.